What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Welcome inside the Auerbach Center in Brighton, Massachusetts. It's draft day, and there are a lot of different things that the Celtics could do tonight. They do have 3 first-round draft picks, but before we get to all of that, news has come out over the past couple days that Kyrie Irving is likely to not come back to Boston, right. And his most likely target for a while has been the Brooklyn Nets. But now it's surfacing that the Nets are only interested in Kyrie Irving if he brings along another star with him. So why is it that why Kyrie Irving seems almost unwanted unless he's got like a pal to bring along?
Because, Sierra, look, these teams, like the Brooklyn Nets, know that Kyrie Irving needs a cast around him. And it's not so much, maybe it is about his personality, but it's also about what can he do on the floor. Can he do it all alone by himself when in Boston he had Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, and he could not get the team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, I'm going to disagree. I think it does have a little bit to do with his personality. I think that Kyrie Irving has a red flag associated with him right now, and the reason being, when he wanted out of Cleveland 2 years ago, as Boston people, we all understood that because he wanted to be away from LeBron James, and we're all sick of LeBron James too. Anybody who's around LeBron James and had to listen to him all the time might get a little sick of being around LeBron James at all times. But now it's a second place that he came. He came to a younger team, a team that he was going to be able to be the leader of, and that didn't work out. Now, if you have a Brooklyn team that is an up-and-coming team, what's to say to them that he's going to get there, and they're not going to be dealing with the same Kyrie Irving situation a year from now that the Celtics wound up dealing with.
And Scott, I agree to a point, but look, these NBA general managers all know, in the end, it's about talent. And I think most NBA general managers would put up with some of Kyrie's antics off the court or his reported issues with other teammates in the locker room if they thought that they could get a top 5 point guard in the NBA. Now, he is not somebody who has committed any type of crimes off the court or what have you. He doesn't have that kind of track record. It's more the subtle rumblings you hear internally that teams like Brooklyn, right now, they're just doing their due diligence.
So with the way that the Irving situation has sort of imploded and the way he underperformed in the playoffs and his relationship with not only the organization but the city of Boston definitely isn't behind Kyrie Irving, isn't rooting for him to come back to the Celtics. But at this point, would you still say it's a possibility that he's wearing green next season?
I think it's a very, very slim possibility. I think he's a better chance of him deciding to crawl back to LeBron James out in Los Angeles than it is for him to crawl back to Boston at this point. I think he sensed in Boston the tide turning against him over the course of the year, and especially during that playoff series. I mean, the guy, as we know, has rabbit ears, and he listens to all this stuff, and he perceives slights where maybe they aren't any, or that he blows them out of proportion in his own mind. So if he's not going to feel embraced coming back to Boston, then I don't see him coming back here under any reason.
Sure as heck doesn't feel embraced in the locker room, right? I mean, I think it's with all of the stories that were out there over the course of the season, I don't think there's any doubt that Kyrie did not feel fully comfortable trying to become a leader, both in terms of encouraging and criticizing his teammates. He just wasn't comfortable, and he felt like whatever he tried just didn't work.
And this segment is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back on your first deposit. So we don't think that Kyrie Irving will be back in Boston.
No.
Right now, where do you guys think that he's going to end up?
If I had to guess, I'm going to say the Lakers. I think it makes the most sense if you put 2 and 2 together, his meeting with LeBron mid-season, asking for advice, knowing that they had just acquired Anthony Davis. If you are Kyrie Irving, don't you want the chance to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis? I mean, to me, it's that simple.
It totally makes sense, and I also wonder how Kyrie is reacting to these stories about coming from the Brooklyn Nets or people in the Brooklyn Nets organization in the New York media. I mean, this is a guy who, did not react well here when he told us that he called Braun. We all remember the night that he called Braun.
Yep.
The reaction that received obviously chafed him quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it chafed him quite a bit. The reaction that Isaiah Thomas got when he came back here in the kind of different feeling of love. If he doesn't think he's wanted in his hometown of Brooklyn, if he's being told, we only want you to come to the party, if you can invite your hotter friend to come to the party with you, then he may decide, maybe I'm better off with LeBron James after all.
And D'Angelo Russell. Do the Nets deep down want to keep D'Angelo Russell and not take a chance on Kyrie?
Well, for more developments in the Kyrie Irving situation, stick with CLNSmedia.com. Also, for all of your draft night needs, stick with us at CLNS Media on YouTube.
What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.